John Beaudin from Rock History Music. Some sad news today from a singer that I grew up with, and a singer that was Canadian but branched over to the United States with some hits. Susan Jacks has died. She was 73 years old. It was interesting on March 7th. Well, I'll go back a little bit. Last year, there was a mutual friend of Susan Jacks and I that basically said, you should interview Susan Jacks. She's not doing well, but maybe you could tell her story on your channel, on your Canadian channel. And I went, sure, I'd love to do that. The gentleman got back to me and said that he had talked to her, but she wasn't feeling 100% and maybe she could do it this year, 2022. On March 7th, Susan Jack wrote on her Facebook page, I'm sorry for being out of touch for so long. I had a rough 2021 and spent some time in the hospital, but I'm feeling much better now. Thanks for all that are concerned. It really does give me strength. I'm looking forward to a great year. And a lot of folks, hi Melody, a lot of folks got back to her and basically said she had 358 comments to that one post that showed how much people loved Susan Jacks, right? And her influence on music. Let's go back a little bit with who she was. And again, this is not only Canadian news, this is also Billboard US news, because Which Way You Going, Billy was a big hit in the United States with the Poppy family. She was born in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. She was a member of one of 8 children, and then they moved to British Columbia, and that's where things started taking off for Susan Jacks. At 15, she was asked to be a regular on a show called Music Hop, which was a national radio show or TV show in Canada. She recorded her first single, The Eternal Triangle, around that time. In 66, when she was 18 years old, her name was Susan Peslowitz. She met Terry Jacks, who we know from Seasons in the Sun and his solo career. But anyway, they decided to eventually they created a band called the Poppy Family. And Which Way You Going, Billy was like their biggest hit. Huge hit in North America. They had songs that sold millions and millions of copies. Now, let me just show you some of the songs. Which Way You Going, Billy in Canada was number 9. In the US, it was a number 2 hit. It was even bigger in the US with number 7 in the UK. They had hits like That's Where I Went Wrong. Again, not a hit a slight hit in the US. Where Evil Grows, a number 6 hit in Canada. I remember that one really well from growing up. But as a solo artist, let me just pull this up here. As a solo artist, she had You Don't Know What Love Is, I Thought of You Again. And throughout the years, she was a producer. She helped a lot of other artists. The fact that when she wrote this message about her feeling a little better in March, the fact that she wrote that, and 358 people responded to her, wishing her well, wanting her back. She was in 2018, I was a member of a really great alumni in radio, one of the most prestigious radio stations in the history of Canada, 14C Fun. I worked at 14C Fun. I was actually the last announcer ever to, I think I broke the station, ever to be on that radio station to play a music show. I was the last one. They went talk after that. But a historic radio station had a reunion a few years ago, and Susan Jacks showed up in 2018. And that's the kind of artist she was, because she was from the Lower Mainland in the Vancouver area. 14C Fun was responsible for breaking a lot of her records, in other words, getting them national exposure. And she remembered that, which says an awful lot about someone. But she had been suffering with bad health for quite a few years. And what an artist. Which way you going, Billy? When you look at the notoriety, like the popularity of a song like that, it's insane. When you look at the fact that it was a number 7 hit in the UK, a number 6 US AC hit, number 2 pop hit on the Billboard Top 100. How many people can say they've had that? Almost number 1, right? Canada AC number 5. And in Canada, the overall chart was a number 9 hit. And all her, You Don't Know What Love Is, which was number 3 in this country. I Thought of You Again at number 7. And again, the fact that she always gave back to the community, to the music community, and it was important to her to sort of be part of that. And I'll just get to some of your comments now. We're going to make this a short comment because we're going to do a longer tribute on the Canadian channel. But let me there we go. I'll have to put the volume down here. So Melody, I'll just get to some comments before we wrap things up. Melody, hello from Saskatchewan. Well, that's where she was from. Maria Day. Good morning, John. Ver 9. I don't know how you say that. It's probably a very easy way to say it. Sad news. Melody says, rest in peace. Alan says she was a good singer. She was. And Aaron says, I never heard of the singer, but which way you going, Billy? Depending upon how old you are, if you're in your 50s and 60s, if you play that song on YouTube, I can't play it because of copyright. We'll get a copyright strike and we can't afford to do that on this channel. But great singer, wonderful, beautiful lady. Right up until her death, she looked amazing. I mean, she had like the fountain of youth, and she didn't have that kind of look that where, she did it cosmetically. She was just beautiful on the inside and out. Everyone, especially my 14 CFUN colleagues, some I know, some I don't know, because a lot of them were in the heyday. I wasn't on that station in its heyday. Knew her because she'd show up at the radio station. She'd say, thank you for playing my song. And she, again, was one of those artists. May she rest in peace. If you ever saw her live, if you met her, if you have any stories you want to share, please share them here. We'd appreciate that. And again, we'll do a longer tribute to Susan Jacks on the Canadian channel, which is Rock History Music. In a few hours, we'll have a link to that in the bottom of this video as well. So Susan Jacks, dead at 73. Yeah. Dead at 73. So just broke last night, and it came through too late for us to do anything about it. So there you go. Great singer. May she rest in peace. Will always be remembered in the history, not only of Canadian music, but when you have a number 2 hit in the U.S., that says something. So good for her wonderful career. She was married to Terry Jacks, who had Seasons in the Sun, which was a monumental hit all over the place. May she rest in peace. I'm John Beaudin. Make sure you comment on our videos, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos. And take good care of yourself. Love you guys.